guys, good morning. I'm back, just checking in. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you if you're a new subscriber. Thank you for commenting on my last video. I appreciate it. We're going now into what I believe is week 4 of working 2 jobs, working 80 hours a week. And I must say, I am mentally already pretty tired. The jobs themselves are not very hard. One job I've been doing for years, so it's second nature for me to even do the job. But it has a lot of tidbits that make the job abnormally stressful. And I, have said that to my manager, boss, so many times, like, bro, I can't do stress. Like, I did stress a few years back, and it caused my face to literally spaz out. And for a month, this side of my face was paralyzed. And it was the most horrific thing I had ever seen. It was horrible. And they have a name for it. It's called Bell's palsy. And, the doctor basically told me, you're stressed. You need to, chill out. Luckily for me, I did recover from that. But it scared me so bad, and it scared me to a point where I was like, I'm not going to stress. And whenever anything or anybody stresses me, it has to go. And so I had that conversation with my manager today about all the little tidbits that go on at this job that make it stressful for no reason. And making it very clear that being stressed is not an option for me. Granted, I'm already working 80 hours a week. That's a lot for anybody to do. The jobs I have are pretty simple in nature. They don't require a lot of physical from me. They just require me to be present. And so even that, on a lot of days, there's a lot to do because you just want to go home and crawl in your bed. But I have debt and I need savings and I need to make X amount of dollars every month to survive in this economy. And Vegas has gotten so expensive over the last couple of years that regular 9-to-5 jobs, just one, is simply not enough. You need 2 incomes. And because I'm divorced now, that second income is not there anymore. So I am working like this, hopefully temporarily for the next couple of months, not for much longer, but just until I'm out of the red and not, moving into deficit and having things on payment arrangement. It's really exhausting to try to keep track of who needs to be paid first and what's the priority. I just want to go back to a simpler time in life where I just had water, power, gas to pay, my rent, car payment, car insurance. That's it. I have all of these extra miscellaneous bills right now that I need to get rid of that take up my time and energy. And a lot of them are, payment arrangements that I had to make to just make ends meet these last 7 or 8 months, these 9 months. I can't believe it's already been almost a year that I've been divorced. And I haven't really said much about the divorce because there is not much to say. We parted amicably. We don't speak. We don't hang out. There's no reason for me to. We don't have kids or property together, so there's not a reason for me to engage him. And I purposely don't do that because he was part of the stress that I endured last year. He was part of the reason that I was so sad and just feeling, beside myself because I had failed at a marriage, for one, and for two, could not understand why this person wanted to be married at all, because that's not how he behaved. And I have to also say that I, to some extent, didn't want to be married. I didn't want to be in that marriage. And so I felt like it brought out the worst in the both of us. But nonetheless, it's done. It's over with. Like I said, come October, I believe, is 1 year that I have been divorced. So I really kind of feel like it was a lesson to learn. And the lesson to take away from it was don't settle. Don't settle. I settled out the gate with that situation and thought it would get better with time, and it actually got worse. And it started to break my spirit and started to make me think I couldn't do it. I can't overcome things. And I didn't like how I felt, how I looked, how I behaved. I didn't like anything about me in that marriage. And I can only chase it back to my wedding day, literally getting cold feet and not wanting to go through with it, but going through with it because I didn't want to disappoint everybody. Never mind me. I didn't want to disappoint everyone who showed up or who went to my dress fittings, or who was in my bridal, hotel room at the time. I didn't think about me. And so I'm in a season now where that's all I'm going to think about is me. If it's not my relationship with God, if it's not something pertaining to my son, I don't want to hear about it. I am after my own joy, my own peace. I am after rekindling a relationship with myself that makes me proud of me. Right now, I'm not proud of me. Right now, I don't like who I am. Right now, I stress over things, and I don't want that. I just don't want it. I 100% want to be something and somebody different. So the only way for me to be that person is to overcome the things that are, causing struggle. And one of those things is finance. So I'm heading to job number 2. So this is part 2 of my day. I usually spritz some water on my face and drink a cup of coffee. I'm probably going to switch to energy drinks because coffee after a while loses its appeal if you drink multiple cups in a day. I've noticed that. So I would rather just thug it out a little, be a little sleepy halfway through the day, as opposed to drinking, several cups of coffee and just having that drop off in energy once it wears off. So I'm going to try some different things this week to see how I can keep my energy up on these double days. Out of the week, I only have 3 days where I'm working both jobs. And that is still a lot because I technically don't have a full day off. I'm off Monday, Tuesday at one place, Saturday, Sunday at another. But there's 3 days out of the week where I have to work both. So it's really taxing, like I said, on my body. But I have learned some of the tricks of the trade, especially from the last time I worked 2 jobs, is, lay out your clothes. The less decisions you have to make during the week, the better. You literally have to lay out everything. Your underclothes, your outfits, your uniforms. In my case, I wear my own clothing. And you also have to, meal prep your food so you're not making decisions on what you need to eat or what's available. You just have it set out for you. You just grab it and go. Because when you're tired, the less decisions you have to make, the better. It just makes life so much easier for you if you have no decisions to make. And I'm making this video really for someone else that may be in the same situation. You may be working 2 jobs to come out of the struggle, come out of debt. You're starting over like I have been this last, 10 months or so. You're trying to get back on track financially so that you don't constantly have to, struggle and live paycheck to paycheck. And the sacrifice right now is I don't get to skate. All I do is work. And hopefully I'll be able to get back to my skating in a few weeks, because that is truly my pride and joy, the thing I like to do with my free time, and I just don't have the time for it. I'm just simply too tired most days. So hopefully I am able to pencil it in the future and get back to it as soon as my schedule, as soon as I adjust to my schedule being the way that it is. But nonetheless, it's good to hear my voice sounding a little better than it did a few weeks ago when I said I was going to take on 2 jobs. So I say thank you. I say thank you to everybody who's been nice, who's been kind, who's sent me a kind word, who has offered to be with me in this season, be supportive. I appreciate it. And to my new subscribers, I appreciate you. I will pop back in with an update here in the next couple of days. I'm trying to get more consistent with this channel. I just don't know what you guys want to hear about. You can comment down below if there's anything you want me to talk about other than my 2 jobs and my finances. Let me know. Just remember, you matter, and today is a good day to have a good day. Talk with you soon.